Hello everybody, I'm Pearl,
I'm Bob,
and we are just passing through.
and this is our next exit. Come and join us.
And you'd be joining us at Emerald Cove in California.
Yeah, that's an RPI park that we stay at. It costs $10 a night, and it's really a pretty nice park.
And it's on the Colorado River.
Yeah, right on the river. We don't have a spot on the
On
river.
the river, no, but
We're just off the river. But you'd be joining us on Thanksgiving Day. We're going to have a traditional, Pearl's cooking us a traditional turkey dinner.
small ingredients
Small,
for the
with dressing and
Stuffing.
turkey and
gravy and
broccoli
potatoes.
casserole.
Broccoli casserole.
So
yes.
anyway, we'll try to get some shots of that along the way. And last time you saw us, we were at Airbnb in Truckee, California, I think.
Right.
And the coach was in the shop at Rehorn RV Collision Center.
Collision Center.
And they did a great job.
They did a real good job.
A whole lot different experience than we had at Lazy Days.
Oh my goodness, yes, yes.
The damage on the coach cost about $18,000, and we had a $1,000 deductible, so we spent $1,000 there, and then we spent $7,000 getting the clear coat. They sanded that all down, redid some color where the paint had kind of the chemicals in the paint and the fiberglass and the heat in the Arizona the desert
Bubbled
made
or
a deal. Yeah, it was bad. About 6 or 7 spots.
Looked terrible.
But they did a great job. It really looks nice. I don't know if I said that was about $7,000. So all said and done is 25 grand to get out.
Total, yeah.
But only 8,000 out of our pocket, and we're not happy that I got stupid, but we're happy that the repairs ended up like they did, and we're back on the road.
Yes.
We took off to. We had heard a lot about a park, San Benito.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're so far behind. We tried to do some catching up. We didn't get to go to Lake Tahoe. We didn't get to go to Yosemite.
No.
We kind of skipped through. But San Benito was a nice park. We was there about 3 days.
Yes.
I met another lady. Remember the lady? She came down. She watches our channel. I'm sorry, I forgot your name if you're watching. But we're seeing more and more single ladies. She had a Class C, about 28 foot.
Yes.
And she had been full-time in 14 days. So we've got several questions from our viewers saying, how about single ladies? Can this be done? And do you have any insight? We don't have any insight because neither one of us are a single lady. But thank goodness.
Thank goodness. However, ladies, you can do it.
Yeah. And she's driving. She's doing
Yes.
everything, learning
Yes.
it and liking it. She saw one of the wild boars.
She did. Yes.
Early one morning. There's supposed to be a lot of wild pigs. We didn't see any. And there's a bobcat that hangs around that a number of
Right.
people talk about seeing. Oh, I'm right on the edge.
We didn't see that.
Saw some deer. Saw some woodpeckers. What kind of nuts were those?
Acorns.
Acorns. And they peck on the trees and drill holes in the trees. But they also hide them on the 2x4s, building the restrooms.
In the
and stuff.
restroom.
Yeah.
The awnings on the restroom. It was strange.
It was quite a deal. So then we went up to Rancho Oso,
We did.
and probably one, in my mind, and I know you agree, one of the funnest things is now we've been doing this long enough, we get to keep meeting the same people
This is true.
over and over at the different parks.
Very enjoyable.
And one of our favorite couples that we just love visiting with them because they just done so much and they're still doing so much is
Yes.
Terry and Cindy.
Yes.
And remember, we was driving down the road, and I got a text, and it says, "We just passed you guys. Are you headed to Rancho Oso?" Terry and Cindy. So I backed up the dash cam, and I saw their pickup there as we zoomed past
Their
them.
Jeep. Not pickup.
Yeah,
Jeep.
their Jeep. And so we decided to get together that evening for cocktails, and we did. We just passed Terry and Cindy Goss.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
They were going that way?
yeah,
No, are you serious?
yeah.
Did they wave?
No, they sent me a text.
Aww.
Hee, we just passed you. Are
Turn
you on your
left
way to
on
Rancho
Stagecoach
Oso?
Road.
Terry?
No.
We had you, if you've done any research on Rancho Oso, you know the road there is pretty tough. It's kind of a one-way road going up. So when you arrive, when you leave Rancho Oso, you leave before 11, and it's one-way traffic going down. And when you arrive, you come afternoon, So it's one-way traffic going up for the most part, at least for RVs. So 2 RVs just can't pass.
No.
So it was pretty touch and go. We didn't unhook. I didn't think it would really be that tough. And so Pearl was driving. And as you know, if you've watched our video, she doesn't like narrow mountain roads at all.
She sure doesn't.
That's usually the only time I get to drive in a forward motion. And so we drove about halfway up, and Pearl wasn't having that much fun. So we switched drivers, and I drove the last little ways up. You want me to finish driving, sweetie?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, stop. Stop, stop, no, no. So I promise you, we weren't going to a Halloween party.
Who is that, Tinker?
I was doing a
Who is that
project
man,
review
Tinker?
for these this
Who
LED
is that
light
guy?
strips, and it was super dark, and we had to climb up a hill. So I put those lights around my neck to see how it would be better than a flashlight. And then we used them in Terry and Cindy's campground so we could sit out and visit because you can't build a campfire. And to me, that's a big benefit of them. It's about the same light as a campfire,
Pretty close.
but without the wood and the smoke and the matches and stuff.
Exactly.
So anyway, we headed up and visited with Terry and Cindy for a bit. It's kind of dark, but we had a fun time.
We did. It's always fun visiting with Terry and Cindy.
Yeah.
Because we were volunteers, we went around the corner at one point, and there was this older gentleman unloading a truck with cases of wine. And we thought he was part of the event. It turned out he owned a store there, and he was bringing his and so we went over and helped him. Because he was all by himself, and he had a whole truckload of wine. And so we helped him unload that, and for that he gave us a free tasting and a free bottle of wine, and the wine was almost $50.
Was it pretty good? Could you tell
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, it was good.
Probably
I think
real
I mean,
good.
we've had this trouble after
So,
trouble.
it was-
Still, I wouldn't trade ours for
Yeah.
it's for us. It's, I think the perfect RV.
I would trade it for something a little smaller, a little shorter.
You must have enjoyed that last mile
You want to
in.
bet?
Yeah.
She enjoyed 3/4 of the last mile in. She gave me one of these. All right, you finish it. I've had enough.
I mean,
I did, right in the middle of the road.
Did you?
He said, well, stop. Okay.
I mean, you got to about put the nose over the
That's,
edge to get the back
Yeah.
wheels around some of those.
Yeah.
And she passed a big. There's a semi truck. You know the semi trucks that pull the fifth wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't have the fifth wheel. It was just the truck.
And
We hit
luckily-
right at a curve, and so she was kind of getting her angle to go around, and so she had like 60% of the road.
Wow.
And he's sitting over there.
No, I said stop.
No, that wasn't when you said stop.
Stop.
I That's
man.
what you said.
I knew once within that curve was all screws. Because we
Yeah.
had the tote, we didn't even unhook. I
Oh, it
didn't.
was awful.
I knew it was tight and short, but I knew that people come in with the totes.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
We did.
I got a good driver, so.
We almost didn't come here. We
Really?
saw
I
some
can
YouTube
understand it.
of people talking about it in a one-lane road, and just don't even try it. And
I thought it
and-
was much worse
And
than
Terry
it
has a
was.
terrible fear
Yeah.
of heights too.
In this, it would be pretty easy.
Easy. Yeah.
It was.
In
It
the
was
big one?
nothing.
We did unhook because we were
It's no
scared.
fun.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
No
have wanted
fun.
to drive your rig in this. I
No.
would not have.
He's
We
wanted
right
got
now.
here and
Yeah.
I said, that was nothing.
Yeah.
I thought it was something really
It's not near as bad as I thought it'd be either. For us to pass that big semi truck,
Yeah.
whatever you call
Him
it,
sitting there
Track-
biting his
Good.
nails and finally biting his tongue.
You did good.
I'd bite my nails because I was wanting to give you advice and I knew better.
And then the guy, when he did stop, he had this great big mirror that hung way out from his, and he pulled it in,
Oh, did
Yeah.
which gave me room. It's like, thank you
Yeah, but
very
he
much.
didn't pull it in until he saw it was a woman driving.
Oh.
That was a joke. Just, you can take it. You can take it.
Oh my God, there's not enough light for that. Wow.
So, how's your front end alignment? Tracking down the road pretty good?
And tracking very good.
Let me see.
Well, I can't do it now. We've got a trip changed our air. The wind was blowing a flag just straight out, and I let go, and it just stayed in the lane.
So you think that Safety Plus works? Helps?
I think it helps a great deal,
Even with the wind blowing?
even with the wind blowing. I'm impressed.
It sure seems like it does.
It was quite an experience. When coming down, I drove down, but we unhooked the tote. We didn't tow it out.
Much easier driving it without the tow.
Yeah, yeah.
Much
That's the
easier.
smart way to do it. It was foolish to not unhook.
Yes.
So anyway, that was Rancho Oso. Then we went to Palm Springs RV Park. That's really in Palm Desert, just a few miles down from Palm Springs.
Yes.
And there, I didn't know they was. Oh, and at Rancho Oso, we met our friends Margaret and Wes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A couple we met in two or three parks over in Florida.
Margaret, I didn't get to say hello to you, so hello.
Yeah. And just a second. So Wes is from Poland. Wes and Margaret are both from Poland. And they brought over a couple of beers. Vectic. ZYWIEC.
EC. WIEC.
That's good. Tastes like regular beer. Very good.
Tastes, it's very good.
Yeah.
It
Last time they
reminds
gave
me-
it. Oh, I'm sorry.
It reminds me a little bit of a German beer.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
So anyway, here's to you, Morrison Way. Here's to you, Wes and Margaret. And we'll see you down the road again soon. I think you're going to be on the West Coast all summer, so hopefully we'll meet you here in Arizona somewhere. So
Yes.
no, I'm not trying to rewire the coach. Believe it or not, another product review video I've been working on for a month. No, I hadn't got it done yet. But it'll probably be better for you guys with long fifth wheels. It's a wireless backup camera. And I figured with my luck, I can't have too many backup cameras, so I'm going ahead and install it on the motorhome. But if you got a pulling a trailer or a fifth wheel, you might want to check out this one. It's a wireless camera. It's got great video, great resolution. I think it might work out good for some of you guys. So we had a pretty good time in Palm Springs. We got to meet Craig and Jen. Craig is the guy that recognized Pearl at the Walmart up in Washington or Oregon somewhere.
Yes.
That they've turned in some really good friends, and they had us down for an Italian dinner that was delicious.
They did. It was
spaghetti
very
and
good.
meatballs and a real spicy Italian sausage. Oh,
Yes.
it was so
Very
awesome.
good.
And then they had some of their other friends over, Kent and Lisa. Yeah.
Yes.
And Kent and Lisa have a YouTube channel. I think it's called Living Light, L-I-G-H-T, Living Light RV, maybe.
And Kent and Lisa are from Canada.
Yeah. They've had their channel. They've been full-timing for right at a year, and they've got no toad.
No toad.
The first couple we've met living full-time in an RV with no toad. But I think they have plans to get one, either a car. He kind of hinted maybe a motorcycle. I'm not sure. So we'll have to follow along. We'll put a link of their channel either up here or down in the description below. Pretty interesting channel. But that pretty much gets you caught up. We're here at Emerald Cove. We've only been here a couple of days. We're going to be spending the next couple of months here in Emerald Cove, in southern Arizona, Phoenix and Yuma and Quartzsite area. We're going to meet some friends out in the desert and do some boondocking a couple of different times, I think. But anyway, that kind of wraps up this video. You kind of caught up. I'm sorry it's been so long in between videos. We'll be putting out our November expense report here in a couple of days, and I'll give you a little more insight on what's going on. So anyway, until we see you again, keep the wheels rolling, stay safe, and we'll see you at the next exit.
Bye-bye.
Happy Thanksgiving, baby.
Thanksgiving, dear.
Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys.
And cheers.
Cheers.
When we don't feel the same, we've come a long way. Don't ever let it change.
Looks like it turned out pretty good.
No matter where we go, no matter where it ends, as long as I've got you,
What's the matter?
Not so much.
You had trouble last couple
I'm
of
not
times.
letting